Hey guys! So I know it's been a while, but I just thought I'd drop by and tell you guys my first impressions of Halo Reach. So for those of you living under a rock, Halo Reach, Bungie's final installment in the Halo franchise, dropped last Tuesday, much to the joy of fans like you and me. I'm not going to really go into detail about the story because if you care you can just look it up online, although I warn you, you might find a couple of spoilers if you do. Halo Reach is not a cheerful game. There are a lot of parts that you will be saddened by, but it is very fun, and I am not just speaking as a Halo fangirl when I say this. I really do think it may very well be the best Halo in the series. The campaign mode is longer than any Halo before it, but don't worry, it doesn't approach JRPG levels of length. And there are different modes through the game, but mostly you'll be shooting bad guys and throwing grenades, which of course is what we love about Halo. One of the most important innovations of Halo Reach is that no longer are you, the Master Chief alone in the world except for your faithful Cortana talking in your ear. Now you're actually part of a team, and not just a team. You don't have to worry about them dying, which can be good and bad, but mostly I consider it good because who loves an escort quest? No one, that's right. Rest assured, your guys will not die. They might be useless, they might not be too good at shooting other people, but they're there. There's also the new abilities that you can do, which, unlike before where you picked up one drop shield and that was what you used and then you didn't have it anymore, now they're modes and you can use the same thing over and over as long as you hold that mode. It does have a recharge rate, but they tend to be pretty fast for all of them. The 5 you can do in multiplayer are Medic, which drops a bubble shield, which protects you from outside fire for a limited time, and it heals you and any of your teammates inside that bubble. Very useful to use in tandem with an armor lock ability, which is another thing that you can do, where you slam your fist into the ground and you get invincibility for a limited time, after which you release a small EMP wake, which can disable vehicles. And you get someone with armor lock and you get someone with medic, and that's an unstoppable force if ever there was one. But it doesn't stop there. There's also Scout or Sprinter, or I don't remember what it's called, where you get the running one, and that one is very useful if you're playing on an easier mode and you like punching people. It's also good to get you out of a scrape. I don't use it too much myself because I like to, be in the fray, not running away from the fray, but there's a lot of people that like that sprint. There's also Stalker, which turns you invisible, sort of. According to the guide, you have 15 seconds total invisibility if you don't move, 40 if you do. And I haven't really had too many good experiences with that so far, but other people like it, so that's there if you want it. Mom!
What?
What's the 5th one that you can do? I can't remember.
What's the what?
There's the medic and the running one and the armor lock and the stock. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. Ha ha ha. Jetpacks. Jetpacks, which they had introduced in the beta for Halo Reach, much to people's mixed reactions of joy and fear and raging and nerdgasming and every gamut of feelings possible to the nerd realm, which is quite a lot, because what can we do but emote, and I'm tangenting, and tangenting's not a word. Anyway, Airborne is the 5th ability that you can use in multiplayer and in firefight mode, which I'll go into in a second, and that is the one that lets you fly around, and it's fun, and yay, and it doesn't last too long, but you can extend it a little bit, so it takes a little bit of skill, but it's useful, especially if you like to snipe, because you can go up to the top and snipe from down there. No, up there. Snipe from up there. That's what I meant to say. Now, there's 2 multiplayer modes, well, 3 actually, in Halo Reach. There's the standard multiplayer, which is, Slayer and territories, and they have one called Invasion that's kind of hard to explain, and you play either elites or you play Spartans, and there's goals, and I can't really explain it, I'm sorry. There's Invasion, look it up if you're really curious. And then there's campaign mode, which you can go through with up to 3 other people. Now, unlike Halo 3, you don't actually play individual characters. If you played campaign with your friends in Halo 3, you'll notice that first player was first player was Master Chief, not just any Spartan. Second was the Arbiter, and 3rd and 4th were just sort of other elites that you could be. Well, in Halo Reach, you're all copies of the same person, so in cutscenes they only show one of you, but it's not too bad because you can still follow along with the story, and there's plenty of other NPCs, so you don't feel lonely. The AI for the enemies is much improved from past installments. Now the enemies really do dodge when you shoot at them and when you throw grenades, and what's interesting is also they can use the same abilities that you can. So for instance, if you're going towards a brute, the big heavy guys, and you start throwing stickies at him, he will likely throw down the armor lock, which if you remember gives you invincibility for a small time, so he'll be invisible and wow. So he'll be invincible until those grenades go off, and then he'll get off it and he'll come kill you and punch your face in. On the other hand, even on easy mode, from what I've seen, if you just hang back and let your guys do all the work, you're not going anywhere. They are the most inept AI characters I've seen in a game in a very long time, and I almost wonder if it's done intentionally to make the game more challenging or something like that, because it's actually a step down from past Halos. So Bungie, was that on purpose? Can I turn it off? I don't really like having brain-dead zombies for my AI partners, but I guess that's why you're supposed to play with friends. Now I myself have not completed campaign mode 100% of the way through, and that is because since I've gotten it, everybody wants to play with me, and of course every time that someone wants to play with me, they want to start from the beginning. So I played through the beginning missions about 15 times now. Yet they're still fun, so that's good. Playability is good, yes. So that was my totally unorganized, schizophrenic, scatterbrained approach to my first impressions of Halo Reach. It's really fun. If you're not a Halo fan, this might convince you, I'm not really sure. I love Halo, so I can't speak for people that don't like it. It's the best Halo so far, I would probably say, and a very good goodbye from Bungie, which makes me sad because I don't want them to stop making Halos. But yeah, it's fun. And if you want to play with me, my gamer tag is Bane Raide, there on the bottom. Although I'm still trying to find a job, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Xbox Live. But if I do, I'll be sure to add you back if you add me, so yes. I'm gonna shut up now. Bye!